You have now entered the Stormcast. Cruising speeds are set. The destination has been mapped. You are now on a journey with the greatest host, the Stormcast. Action Jack, Nintendo Cisco, Geronimo, Trey Vito, Sandstorm McDowell. Hypervision goggles should be securely fastened to properly see the truth presented. Get ready, Stormtroopers, for another Stormcast. Grab your snacks, grab your drink. Don't blink, or you'll miss the Stormcast. Here we go.
Turn this up.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for another Stormcast. Excuse me, because your boy is trying to eat while having a Stormcast. I got my co-host here today with me, Jack. Jack, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, brother. Happy that Florida's starting to feel like Florida again. So hopefully it stays that way. But other than that, man, I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Michigan is always Michigan, so I guess that's nothing new on this side of town.
Right.
Ooh. Okay, I'm good. All right. What up, everybody that is in the chat right now? What up, Exodia? What up, Jay Biggs? Appreciate you guys coming through. Brand Smith, appreciate you guys coming through. FL said, game over. Sony, who's next? Santa Monica, Sucker Punch, Insomniac, Media Molecule. Someone hit the panic button. Yeah, it's getting crazy over there. It's getting crazy over there. We are definitely going to be talking about that and more, especially the couple of directs that we got this week. We didn't get one, but we got two directs this week, which is crazy. I feel like nobody has complained about not having a main direct this week, which is kind of crazy in itself too. But it is what it is. But before we get into it, you know how we do, everyone, we got to go ahead and pray in. So, Father God, thank you for this opportunity for us to have this space. Again, Lord, we thank you for all of those who have shown up and those who couldn't make it. We ask you that you watch over those who are sick, who are not feeling well, who are feeling anxious about anything, because you said in your word that be anxious for nothing. And we just thank you for all that you have given us, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
With that being said, some quick housekeeping because we got to go over this. We got prayers up for Geronimo, so we're gonna make sure that we do those at the end, especially for Geronimo. He's feeling under the weather. He's not like deathly ill or anything like that, just feeling a little bit under the weather. And then as well, shout outs to Cisco. He was here yesterday, so if you guys did not catch the video yesterday of the live reaction to the Pokemon Direct, make sure you go over there. You can check out Cisco's thoughts and opinions on that as well, and make sure to check out his own video because he also did a live reaction for that. Definitely check that out. And I'm gonna say this on top of that too, if you want to catch Jack's live reaction with Jay, they were on the Winging It podcast that day, 6 o'clock that day, and they both did their live reactions for that as well, but you're gonna get his thoughts later on this channel as well as tomorrow. But with that being said, we're gonna do the usual icebreaker just to kind of catch up with everybody on what they've been playing. So Jack, what have you been playing lately?
So we got into playing Sonic's Crossworlds today. It was like the last day for the sale. So I, pulled the trigger and got it. I'm not even gonna go into it. That's gonna be a whole separate thing in itself. Me and the kids got back into playing Ball Cross Pit because they released a Switch 2 version, which the game didn't really need it per se, but they did give us some extra characters and content, so it was pretty nice for them to do that for free. And then of course, wrapping up Final Fantasy, and then always playing, Xenoblade Chronicles X since the Switch 2 update happened. So I'm not one of those on the side to where I've zoomed in and saw blurry or shiny or bad updates and textures. I don't care. The game's running at 60 frames per second and I'm loving it. So but other than that, man, just kind of sitting back contemplating on picking up Pokopia. It's one of those things to where like I feel like it'll be very interesting, but I don't know enough people getting it to even entertain Pokopia. But then also seeing people fall in love with Resident Evil Requiem, and knowing that's not my type of game. I've had a lot of people like, Jack, just try it. That's a $70 try, my friend. I'm not I can do like a $40 or $50 try. I can't do a $70 try.
What's wild?
What's that?
And I was just gonna throw this thought in. They tell you to try it, but they don't send the virtual card to you.
Thank you. Right. If you want me to try it, by all means, I will take donations for me to get the game. And then you know what? Because I don't do it at all, really, I'm not even gonna say often, I would stream it I would stream me playing it if you all would do so. I'm not asking you to do it, but if you just so happen to find it in your heart to send it my way, then by all means, I'll play it just so y'all can see how I genuinely react and know that this isn't an act of how I feel about horror games.
My man's is like,
yeah. J Biggs asked me, he sent me a video of Resident Evil 5. He's like, Jack, what would you do in the situation? I was like, after I've missed that first shot, I'll say, nope, turn that console off and I get it and walk away. No, not. Like, if I don't get that first shot on this zombie, like, okay, cool, I can kind of calm it down. Let me miss. Nope.
That's funny.
What you playing, man?
Okay, so I've been playing. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me go to the chat real quick. Okay. So, Dark Voice said he's been playing Resident Evil Requiem, which we'll talk about just a little bit. Not necessarily about the game, but just kind of the thoughts around it. And oh man, the game is witchcraft on Switch too.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. FL said Tales of Berseria remastered. Breath of the Wild, he went back to the old school. Breath of the Wild, Shadow Labyrinth, and GBA NSO. That's what's up.
That's dope.
That's what's up. I'm kind of surprised nobody's saying Pokemon actually. To be honest with you. And to be honest with you, I'm not gonna say Pokemon either because I haven't picked it up yet.
No.
What have I been playing lately? Been getting into the PGA Tour thing.
I see it a lot pop up like you're consistent with that.
Yeah, listen, it'll like I'm up here with it, but expect that like maybe like a month or two, like it'll fizzle down. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. It's holding me for now because I want to play golf, but I don't feel like the Wii is literally sitting right next to it, so I could play. You know, I could play PGA Tour on the Wii, but if I was completely honest, if I had to give a review on that game, I would say it is definitely some sort of easy mode, because when they set you up like to like even play, you know what I mean? Like when you get on the hole, pause. They set you up to where you should hit the ball, and all you have to do is hit the buttons and swing it. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And so then like when like let's say you're on the green and you're on the green and you're on the fairway, I'm sorry, and you're hitting towards the green, right? Your next shot is going to be on the green. They will already position you to like how much percentage you need in order to swing, like all of that. Like it'll all be set up, so all you have to do is just push the button. And like, yeah, on a rare chance do you have to like pre-set up that it'll spin slow or spin fast or whatever, but like you really don't have to do that too often. You can just hit the button and like let it go. So in my head, like right now, it's just kind of holding me because it's like, oh, this is my character and he's growing. But like once the VC starts dipping, you know what I mean? Like, because you know they really want you to buy into it. Okay. But once the VC starts dipping and I don't have enough to put into this or that or buy clubs and all that stuff, I'm gonna be out. Like it's almost like, don't get me wrong, I love Monster Hunter Stories. I think it's a great idea, but at the end of the day, Monster Hunter Stories is rock paper scissors to me.
Yep. Like, and that's what it is. Yeah.
And that's what makes me fall off every time. Like I'll get in there and be playing heavy and then be like, it's just rock paper scissors.
Yeah, there's no real strategy to it like that.
No. So yeah, it's what up, Dark Sunrider? Appreciate you coming through. So and he said he's playing Mario Tennis Fever, Shinobi and Splatoon.
Oh yeah, I am playing Fever as well. There's way too many games, but yeah, I'm playing Fever as well.
Yeah. Trinell said he's playing Fire Red. That's what's up. All that Pokemon music in the background. Chill. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna start using some more of that stuff. I came to the conclusion, like, I haven't been using that stuff, one, because I'm a producer, but two, I've always been like, man, I hope they don't catch this video and copyright it, but I'm like, I'm not making any money anyway. Like this is just
Right.
a regular, so it don't really matter anyway. So
That's what I be loving, man. I'm like, I don't monetize off this mess anyway, so I can do what I want to do for the most part.
What up, RJ? Appreciate you coming through too as well. He said he's playing Trials Beyond Horizon. That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, been playing PGA Tour. Yo, we literally just cracked open Age of Imprisonment. So
finally out the plastic. Okay.
Yep. It's finally out the plastic. We didn't finish the first little cave area.
Okay. Yeah.
What they don't tell you is that you don't get multiplayer like straight out the bat.
Correct.
You gotta do, and even on that, and even like you're supposed to really beat that first little tutorial thing, but even after that, like the first area that you come into, which is the cave area or the depths area, you still can't play multiplayer until after that level. So
yep.
So we kind of just stopped mid game of that and started playing Cruising. What's the group? Cruising Blast.
I'm waiting for that to go on sale. Why does that game refuse to go on sale when I want to go buy it?
I don't know. And you know what? I bought it secondhand. Like I didn't buy it outright. I went to a secondhand store and got it. And so it does one thing, and maybe I've never noticed this. Maybe it's always been a thing, but there is mad rubber banding in that game. Like it is a terrible, like you're not really actually racing, you're just rubber banding all the way to the end, and like whoever didn't crash right before the end part and made it to the jump like is the winner. But outside of that, because I'm looking at stats and stuff, like they're like the motorcycle has like full stats of speed, okay acceleration, absolutely terrible off-road. Now and then my daughter takes another car and I'm like, yo, my off-road should be killing your off-road. And then but we're all in the same area like the whole time, and I'm like, nah, this is just rubber banding. This is, which is cool for younger kids, but like I'm like, okay, whatever. I get it. I get it. But
I'm starting to feel Sonic got some rubber banding too. Like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it because I wanted Geronimo to be here today because me and Geronimo got to have a conversation. Like we had a conversation about Sonic.
You lied to me.
I'll say this, and this is the same thing I told my son. I said, look, I haven't gotten to a point where I can fully use everything because, of course, you got to get to a point to where you unlock all the slots on your license or on your plate. I haven't done that yet. I still got 2 slots left open because I just got the game today, and then I instantly went online because the festival ends tomorrow. So I went to go partake in the festival. Now, maybe things change from there. Maybe. And maybe, things change when I go play online because the festival is a 4v4v4. So it's not like, it's teams, 3 teams of 4. And then you have like special things you have to do for like each round that they have. So like the first one we did, it was like you get extra points if your team, or you get a boost if your team does flips right in the air. And then the next one was if you bump into each other. And then the last one was like collecting rings. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I'm just, it's just me solo dolo and I'm good, then fine. But when I tell you the very thing that people complained about with Mario Kart World, to where it was like, oh, it's not like the areas are too big and it's not chaotic enough, which we know it can get crazy if you get to the right area. This game is a little too chaotic even with 12 players, to the point to where like I was racing, didn't bump into anything. I hit all my drifts, hit the boost, I had my items, I didn't get hit by anything. Looked up, I was in 4th. So I'm like, all right, cool, riding. Don't see a single soul pass me. Get to the finish line and I'm 12th. I'm like, how in the world did I get to 12? Like, when did anybody pass me? Like, so confused. And then we all like hit a ramp at the same time. We got bunched up together and I got like pushed off to the wall somewhere and got stuck. I don't know. Sonic is just, so hopefully it gets better as I move along. But yeah, me and Geronimo gotta have a conversation. Like,
okay. Darius, what up, man? He said y'all gotta play Yakuza Kiwami 3. Dark Ties also. He said, as soon as I beat Re 9, I'm hopping back on it. I have not played a Yakuza game in quite a while. As a matter of fact,
I may be wrong, but to me, when I've played them, they all kind of felt the same.
yeah.
Like I've tried them, man. I'm like, it's only so much of like running through the streets, running into fights, and then doing like wacky stuff in arcades. Like I think after a while I get burnt out.
The last one I played was is that 0?
Yeah.
6?
That's 6 or 0.
The Song of Life.
I don't know that one. No, because that can't be 0 then. I don't think so. Yeah.
But I'm like, this would have been a whole lot of fun to play back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because it's got that 90s flair of like old school, slightly over the top, beat 'em up style. In the arcade, would have been great.
Yep.
Now, not so much. Crazy things in games now aren't really crazy anymore because we've been so desensitized. So like, that's kind of the fear that I have for GTA is like, you can't be really crazy like you used to be because it's regular now.
Like they have to sell me now. Because that's the thing. They didn't have to really sell me. All you gotta do is show me a good trailer. I'm like, oh, that looks crazy. I'm gonna go cop it. Now you gotta sell me.
Do something really crazy and have a good song in the background of it.
Yep.
RJ said, funny enough, Yakuza spin-off games do play differently. Okay.
Oh yeah. Like a Dragon was cool. Like I had no issue with it because that turned into like a turn-based situation. So I didn't have an issue with that one. But the mainline ones, I'm like, okay, these are more or less the same.
Yeah.
Vito.
Going on.
In my opinion,
Am I loud?
sir, you would definitely.
No.
What have you been playing lately, Vito?
Today I was up there playing Horizon. Forza. Horizon, I'm sorry. 6 to come out, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I finished, was it Kena, or whatever? The bridge.
Oh,
bridge
you
experience.
finished it. What was that?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I actually started the pool. Crazy is they add like new enemies. Like it's crazy. It's weird. It's like a whole nother game. It's crazy. But definitely, man, it's been a good experience. Excited for the second one to come out. For the most part, that's all I'm playing.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry guys, I'm like trying to eat and host at the same time. What up, Ib? Ib in the building. Appreciate you coming through, man. If you have any more of the games that you guys are playing, Ib, you just joined in, so throw the games that you've been playing lately down in the comment section. We'll definitely shout them out. But with that being said, if I can find my stuff and do it all with my left hand,
hold on. I'll let you. I'll save you time. I have.
Yes.
It was supposed to be an icebreaker, but of course I came late. Everybody, I guess I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? This week, next week after. I'm always having a little question on the sides. This week's question will be of Pokemon, the 30th anniversary. What if Nintendo, the Pokemon company, gave us all an opportunity, gave us some kind of drawing position to be able to create a new Pokemon for the upcoming game, next year or whatever like that? What would your Pokemon be, and what mainly be using, or mainly be made of? So,
or like the typing.
Jack, I'm gonna start with you. What would be a Pokemon that you will make up?
Oh man, oof! A Pokemon I would make up. It would definitely have to go the route of an animal type. So I would probably make like let's go with a lion type Pokemon. I know we have them, but let's go with a lion type Pokemon. And then as far as like his design, I want him to have black fur with like some gold trimmings around his mane. and then gold fangs, like in a way, kind of like a grill. Like Pokemon might have a grill in a way. So have that, and then his typing would be normal and psychic. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I'm a normal psychic lion type, black fur with gold trimming, and also kind of like a grill fang situation. Yeah.
What was his name? What would the name be? You think?
Ooh, you got me. I don't know. That's kind of cheesy. Durag roar. Something like that. just something
Durag,
ignorant.
I like that.
Something ignorant. Durag roar.
He representing. He representing all day.
Don't want to be too obvious, right? Like Durag roar. But that's just off the top of my head. Something ignorant as usual, but yeah.
For sure. So what about you?
Well, my favorite animal is a jaguar. So I would do something like it'd be a jaguar animal type too, not a humanoid, animal type. Half black on one side, like a black jaguar, and half regular jaguar on the other side.
Okay.
The tail would be more like more of a wolf style tail, not like a jaguar's tail, not long, but like more puffy, more puffy. And on his shoulders, like as he's on his fours, his shoulders will have more of a kind of like that, almost like a thunderbolt type of look, but he's not thunder type.
Yeah,
he's not an electric type. He would be a dark and fairy type. So his double weakness would be, well, actually his quad weakness would be fighting type. And I think let me go back. I think his eyes, I think he would have too long, almost like a saber tooth. Not super long like a saber tooth, but longer. Like you can see him coming out the sides of his mouth. And his eyes would be both black. I'm gonna say both black eyes. And let me call him Rugage or something like that. Jaguar backwards.
Okay. So I will make a my favorite animal is an elephant, and so I'll definitely have to go with the elephant. I was thinking more. Let's take it back to the motherland. Let's get him with some Wakanda looking type, like design to him. So like his body will kind of like a glow, and it'll be like that Purple Panther type of glow to it. Like he ate some of the herb or something. You know, he just was eating herb, whatever. I'll go with that. What type he will be? He'll probably be dark / psychic. Actually, ground. I'll type. Okay. Ground and dark.
Okay.
Because the name will be Oya. So.
Okay.
One of the African gods, you know. So,
nice.
Yeah. That will be the Pokemon I would pitch to them. But yeah, this is one of the, just pick y'all brains and see what type of Pokemon y'all would definitely make if y'all had the opportunity to put one in the game.
Fair.
Nice. I like that.
FL said he had to hold off on RE9 due to Fatal Frame 2 remaster coming soon. I gotta hold off on RE9 because I gotta get the rest of this this wedding stuff out of the way. I like it's back to like, baby, please, can I pick up this game?
Yeah.
It ain't just out buy-ins, you know. I'm a smart man. RJ said the Like a Dragon games are continued series of Yakuza. Pirate Yakuza and The Man Who Erased His Name are spinoffs.
Okay.
That play differently combat-wise.
Okay. Yeah. That's good to know.
Yeah. So, guys, we have a ton of stuff to go over. This week there's a lot. Like we got a lot to talk about. So, with that being said, you know we have to go into the first thing, which is our breaking news, brought to you by SNN, featuring Bad News. We know you love it. All right. But I said bad news, but we're going to start off with some interesting news. We're going to hand it to Jack for the first piece of interesting news. Jack, you on the scene. What do you got for us?
Sandstorm, thank you. Yes, sir. So what I wanted to come to the folks about, you know, we all speak to different people on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and we realize there is one issue that most people tend to have with the Switch. No, it's not the graphics, and no, it's not the battery power. It is the comfort when it comes to playing in handheld. So, with that being said, there will always be companies that are willing to win your dollar and your support to help you with your comfort. So, if I may, Sandstorm, share my screen. Let me go ahead and do this. We have 3 competitors that are trying to gain your dollar for comfort. The first one we have here is Nixie. You should be familiar with them because they make these GameCube type controllers, but they are more reminiscent to the GameCube, but then also have extra features to them outside of what PowerA does. But right now, they are in the midst of getting ready to ship out their Nixie, kind of like split pad pros, but they call them the wireless joy pads for the Switch 2. As you can see, right now, 30% off, and they're $126. Now, after that 30%, you can tell, yeah, that price is going to go up. Now, I have taken advantage of, you know, that 30%. And with these, the one reason why I decided to go with these controllers in particular is because of not only the sticks that come with them, but then you also have the D-pad. You have the ZLZR, LNR, and then they magnetize, charge, and they also give you the grip in the middle if you want to play them without handheld mode. So they pretty much give it to you all up front. So you'll see it like this.
Okay.
If you're going to use it without having it attached to the Switch 2. It also has turbo function, which if you want to see these in action, please go visit the 128 kilobyte channel. They have not only interviewed this company, but they also have an early production of this product to where you can actually see it in action, if you will. So, you know, you also have your ZLZRs on the back, but then also this controller in itself has the ability, I believe, to have the wake up function for your Switch 2 as well. So now when we go to the second company, let me see. I think I have to do the share again. Maybe I should just do the window of choice. That might be a little bit easier. All right. All right. So with this one, we have MobilePad. MobilePad was another company that also made their joypads for the Switch 1. And that was by far one of the more popular joypads that came out. They worked seamlessly. People enjoyed them. They felt like they were comfortable. And everything was great. Now with these, you see these are a little bit cheaper, or a lot cheaper than the Nixie ones. With these, based off of what I've seen, I mean, similar functionality, but then also too, they have the ability to be put on like a split pad, well, like a Joy-Con situation where you kind of have like the dog situation we have for the Switch and the Switch 2. But one thing you will notice though, you have the MobilePad M12 HDs and then you have the MobilePad 12S. This was kind of interesting. So with these in particular, it was like one, if I remember correctly, One had the ability to do the 9-axis motion,
yeah.
which is in the Switch 2, but the other one had the 6-axis. But then the one with the 6-axis had the ability to do HD rumble, but the other one, the HD one, the 12 HD one, actually no, 12 HD had rumble, and then the S didn't have rumble. I guess they couldn't crack HD rumble 2, so they just end up putting HD rumble in one, and then the one that doesn't have HD rumble has the 9-axis situation. So they kind of point you towards the one with the HD rumble. So it just depends on what it is that you want. And then to go to the final one, this one isn't a joypad situation. This is more of like a dock situation, if you will. So they kind of give you a grip, and you can stick your Switch and your Switch 2 in it. So if you want to use this with your Switch, it comes with an adapter. Now, they've come out with the Nitro Deck before for the original Switch, and you can still use that with the original Switch. But if you want to have one for both your Switch 2 and your Switch and just have one device, this is the one to get, because they will give you the adapter for the Switch 1, and then this just works with the Switch 2 out of the box. And then as you can see, they all talk about having either Holo Effect sticks or either TMR sticks. Okay. This one also has, the little, it's like this little thing in the back of it, to where you can have like some accessories clipped to it, to where you can have it set up on certain devices. Mm-hmm. This one's also Bluetooth, but you can also plug it directly into the device itself with this low latency wire mode. But yeah, and then as you can see, similar to like the Steam Deck, it has like the 2 back buttons, and this one has a weird like third button next to the L and R. So I've only seen that with 8-Bit Do. Like they do that with their controllers. Yeah. To where they have like this third button next to the L and R buttons in themselves. So these are pretty cool. Like you can swap out the tops of the D-pads and the sticks. So, and then also, of course, you have the display stand with this one, but of course you can't dock this. Mm-hmm. So with anything, if you feel like, okay, I want to be able to dock it and just leave this device as is, I would go with the joypad situations. But if you see yourself just kind of playing handheld sometimes, this is a good, reasonable price situation, to where this one's $100. And it does come in different variants as far as colors are concerned. I believe there's like so you have like the black edition, you have the gray edition with the PAL button color scheme. You have Fusion limited edition, and of course the white edition. But they're all $100. They're not pricing them different because of a color swap. But nonetheless, those are your options, going from more expensive with Nike for this temporary price of $126, and you can get as low as, what is this one, $60 if you feel like you don't need a lot, you just want the comfort as far as playing in handheld mode. But they all magnetize. The mobile pad, the wording down here at the bottom does light up, so it's an RGB situation, but you do have the ability to turn it off. But yeah, so I thought that was very interesting, kind of keeping a close eye on all of these. But I believe also the 2 joypad controllers, they have mechanical buttons. So if you're not a big fan of like the clicky buttons, then these may not be for you, but they do come with mechanical buttons. Okay. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I wanted to share that with everybody, seeing as these are right around the corner. I'm pretty sure if you pre-order early, you'll probably be one of the first ones to start getting them starting next week. But nonetheless, they're looking to see if people are interested. They have these discounts happening now, so I would say strike while the iron's hot, because who knows when they'll be on sale again. So we'll see.
Guys, make sure you, if you are interested in those, please take advantage of those while you can. Because those prices look like they're about to jump up, especially at 30% price. And other news that we have here, Sony is going through quite a bit of conversation, and not the best conversation, over these past 2 weeks. As last week they got rid of Bluepoint, which was a strange move by Sony, as they are kind of preparing for their future of live service games.
Yeah.
Which is a huge miss. I know that a lot of people have been very outspoken about how they let go of Bluepoint. Even Digital Foundry is kind of thrown in their thoughts on the idea of letting Bluepoint go, and that being a huge miss. But unfortunately, it didn't line up with, like I said, their future plans. And then we get another conversation about a Bloodborne remake was reported to be in the works. That was pitched by Bluepoint to Sony, and Sony was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And From Software was like, "Nah, son, we ain't doing that."
Not today.
No. So it's really in those kind of stakes, it's really unfortunate because and then I guess to bring these three pieces in one, and to bring all these three pieces in one, then we also know, what was my third piece? Sony and Bluepoint,
and then Sony stepping away from PC.
And stepping away from PC.
Yeah.
Then Sony has decided that they might be stepping away from PC as well. Vito, Jack, how do y'all feel about them going from we're going to put our games also on PC as well as exclusives to letting go a team that kind of is known for their single player games and moving back into but still trying to have a future of live services?
Vito, you want to go first?
No, I'll let you go first.
Okay. All right. So the Bluepoint situation, without digging too deep into what the write-ups were as far as the expenses, and even though they were making great single player games, it seems like the investment wasn't giving great returns. So like, say for example, you made a great remake of Dark Souls, but the returns didn't come back for what we invested, which leads into what we were talking about I think last weekend. While Sony's consoles sell, third parties lead that charge. First party games are not being purchased at the rate that they're being shoved in people's faces on social media. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these games should be at the top of the sales charts for Sony, but we see what is at the top of the sales charts. It's ball and gun, baby. Like, that's just what it is. That's what the Sony and the Xbox crowd buys into is sports and shooting. So unfortunately, it doesn't crack. So therefore, this is kind of proof of what we've been talking about. The sales numbers don't match up, and when they do get to your 20s and 30 millions, it's because they've been on very hefty sales or they were within bundles, and that's an unfortunate truth from what this write-up seems to be. But when we talk about them stepping away from PC, as well as them talking about possibly getting out of live service altogether, I mean, they should have never jumped into live service at all. Like, I think if you're talking about one game, cool. I think you're talking about being very greedy by trying to have multiple games in the live service bank run simultaneously. Like, that's crazy. Even if you look at something like Fortnite, you don't see Epic trying to make another Fortnite. Like, Epic knows what they have, and they're pouring all their money and their attention into Fortnite. And you see a new character, a new something there the other day. Like, my kids just start playing Fortnite again, and I'm like, that's right, they did get Kim Kardashian on this doggone game. Like,
no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot all about it when they did the announcement, but it's there. And then even with my kids being excited because Ichigo is going to be there because they did the whole Bleach situation, right? So that's what Epic chose to do. I don't know why Sony thought it would be a good idea to do multiple. And if anything, I'm not taking an existing franchise to do that. Like, I'm creating a brand new franchise to make that happen and then continue to push all my other IP as they are. Of course, you got to spin them however you spin them every now and again when each iteration comes out. But I'm not trying to make those live service or multiplayer games. That's crazy.
Right.
But outside of that, I think if they are stepping away, if they are to be trusted to be stepping away from live service and possibly just have one or two games be live service, I think that's the best idea. Like, I'm not saying step away from it because I know it's a cash cow when it does work. You'll be a fool not to at least make an attempt. But as far as PC goes, I think PC might be in the same house as Bluepoint, right? To where, we saw the sales and people look at like the Steam Deck charts of like, or not Steam Deck, but the Steam charts as far as like who or how many people are playing at one time or what was the highest amount that's played, but we don't ever see sales when it comes down to PC. So I don't know how beneficial it was to move Horizon over there, how beneficial it was to move Spider-Man and God of War and Helldivers. Like, I don't know. Like, Helldivers to me makes more sense because we're talking about a multiplayer game that needs a lot of people to play it.
Right.
But when we're talking single player games, it really didn't make sense. And if I'm looking at how I've always viewed Sony, this is once again monkey see, monkey do. Because I think Xbox is getting ready to do. Xbox has already announced they're doing the same thing. They're probably going to pull back on sending stuff to PC day and date. They're probably going to pull back on putting first party on Game Pass day and date. So people got to start making money. You're not making money this way. And if I'm investing a lot of time in one, making the game, but then two, also 6 months to a year down the line porting it to PC, and ain't none of y'all providing the income we need, what's the point?
Right.
I'll keep it here on PlayStation. I'll save the money of research and development to put it on another platform, and I'll just continue putting it on PlayStation and hope that y'all buy it and we just make our returns. But they've already stated before they're going to try to venture more into AA than they will AAA every single time around. So I hope this works out for them. I don't want to see anybody leave the gaming space because we need all three of them. But I on the fence of like wait and see with both of them because they like to talk and no action. So I like to see how they turn this around. And I know it's not going to be instant, but at least let's start seeing some shifts by the end of this year.
Yeah. It looks like, even though we're live, it looks like RJH and Ipsters have something to say about it. RJH said they have Helldivers. I don't see why they wouldn't stick with that. While Ipster says, bet Sony is seeing the graphics gap closing with Nintendo and being mad nervous. Guarantee they bring a hybrid out for PlayStation 6.
Yep.
Is what they do. They always react and are not a proactive competitor.
Thank you, Ipster. Thank you. I said better myself. Because, I mean, you can't help but look at it. Like, imagine you go out your way to say, I have the strongest, most powerful console on the planet. And that it can play anything, and every developer wants to develop games for our console, and then people see this portable small Switch that can get fairly close, like it's not 1-for-1 but it's fairly close, and love it and eat it up. Maybe I should go that route. I'm pouring money into this. Maybe I should dial it back a little bit, and I think it'll work in their favor if they do. I mean, there's gonna be PlayStation fans that are pissed off, but they've been mad before. It'd be all right.
So it looks like, and I'll add to this before you go, Vito. It looks like another rumor came up a couple days ago. Actually, like it's slowly like we're getting more information. It sounds like we're getting more information on this Sony and Blue Point situation. But it looks like here Sony might have pulled the rug on Blue Point. Why? Because they did not tell them that their live service. That's right. Blue Point was making a live service God of War game, and it was supposed to be like Demon's Souls, and they were going to pull the rug on them and tell them that it was going to be a live service God of War meets Demon's Souls.
Yeah. When I read that, I was like, that's grimy. Like, why tell them to work on something and then later tell them it was going to be a live service game? Like, they didn't even know they were working on a live service game. Like, that's wild.
Ouch. Yeah. So, how do you feel about this whole debacle, Vito, of Sony maybe going live service? They trying to pull their stuff back for exclusive. Like they all over the place. How you feeling?
I feel like they're Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? They just jump into wars without even, you know what I'm saying, like telling their teams was cracking off. Like, hey, about to see. Right. You know, our teams, we got a team on the ground. We're about to bomb and then take over the regime and blah blah blah. That's exactly what it seems like they're doing to sitting up here telling them to develop something and not telling them what's wrong. I mean, that's a. I mean, it was gonna be disastrous anyway. But pulling back and stuff like that, I think that is something they should be doing. I didn't agree with them kind of the PC route and having stuff on PC or anything like that, but this live service stuff. I think it's based on how they doing it, and basically by that being critical and they jump into stuff, it just kind of I don't know how to put it. Like basically they just the bad guys right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So making these moves, I think is necessary, but doing stuff that's foul. I'll definitely be like, forget y'all.
I'm taking y'all to court
with the finger next to the index. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, forget y'all. You know what I mean? Just keep going. But
it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate that they're going through that. It's interesting too that they want to go back to exclusives. And this is a two-piece. I know we're in the news part, but this is Sandstorm being real. There's two sides to this that I definitely want to say. To the one side is if y'all heavily riding the bandwagon, just say that. Like, you know, Sony always wins. If y'all heavy riding the bandwagon, say that. But I need y'all to understand that as a Sony fan, when y'all was jumping all over the whole games don't need to be exclusive and yada 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 and blah blah blah, and they turn back and start making exclusive games, don't come crawling back to the corner of, oh, we got the best exclusive. Nah. You don't care about those. Exactly. You don't care about them exclusives.
Question: Who said exclusives was a good idea? Like, anybody saying that?
You said exclusives was a good idea or wasn't?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. Like.
I say exclusives was a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm talking about like expanding and sharing the exclusive. Like.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No, I think they need to stay in house.
Yeah, that's what muddies up the whole.
Anybody saying?
Oh yeah.
Saying
that?
Like, let's share with PC.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You even had like old PlayStation had like Jason Schreier and all them, and what was it, Herman Holtz and all them. Like, we're going to go. Yeah, they all were talking that Cash Money. Like, we think it should be on more platforms because
it's available to everybody.
Yeah, they were all talking that nonsense.
Yeah, ridiculously.
Watching for a little. That sounds ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah, and
that's crazy.
And I ain't even gonna say it the harshest way, because I could say it. I could definitely say it the Shadow way, the Shadow Fox way, but I'm gonna say it the nice way. The reason why I can't do that, but the reason why exclusivity has always been a good idea is because it surrounds personality of the consoles themselves.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, you just can't, like, why would you buy a console at that point in time? Because it's cheaper, but that's cool. But there's 3 consoles out there, right? And you can't, and 2 of the 3 consoles do the same thing. So it's like, why would you pick a console? And the answer 99% of the time has to come out of what games is on there. Yep. And if your games don't have any kind of exclusivity, or you don't have any exclusive games, namely first party, I don't care about all that, the exclusivity of like third party stuff. Yeah, that stuff can die. I don't care about that. Yep. That can die. Second party stuff, okay. You know what I mean? Like if Square Enix and Sony was working on a game together, Bloodborne or anything like that, you know what I mean? Those are fine. I feel like those are healthy, because you're giving an IP, handing over a certain IP that you have, and you guys are making something together. It's a collab. You know what I'm saying? It's a collabo.
Yeah.
But outside of that, third-party exclusives, nah, that should die. First-party exclusives should stay in-house. They should just be 100% in-house, because that's the reason why you want to buy Sony, is because you love God of War. If God of War is on a Nintendo system, why would I buy it? Like, I'm an old man. I don't really care about graphics like that. Yeah. I like taking my stuff everywhere.
Yep.
I would buy it for a Nintendo, and I got a PlayStation 5. I'd buy it for a Nintendo because I could play it anywhere. Why would I do that? So it's enticement plus and that's on the consumer side. Now, if we're looking on the developer side of things, it just makes more sense to have exclusives from a first party's perspective, because all you have to worry about is that one system.
There you
You
go.
don't have to worry about different configurations. You don't have to worry about trying to make sure that it runs on this, run on that. It's just that one system, and it saves money, to be honest with you, because in a world where we all hurting, and yes, even businesses is hurting their money,
Yep.
we don't need to be paying extra money, and that is the excuse that I feel like a lot of companies make, especially in these times, especially people like Sony, and 10 million off of Astrobot. You know what I'm saying? Where it could have sold way more. Spider-Man should have sold way more, but it hasn't. And I know they spent even more money trying to port those Spider-Man games over to PC on top of that, on top of their PlayStation 5 version. You know what I'm saying? And if you really didn't sell that much on PC, guess what? You spent more money gambling and you lost again. You know what I mean? So it's one of those situations where, like I said, exclusivity should stay with just their own consoles. That's why I like Nintendo, because you can't unless they allow it to, like, iPhone or something like that. Champions, we'll talk about that later. You ain't getting Nintendo games anywhere else unless you pirate them. Like, that's, you only get them on Nintendo systems. That's it. So, but that's also where they get their personality from.
There you
know
go.
what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, people think they're the family-friendly games, what have you, blah, blah, blah. It don't matter. But they got their personality off of, you ain't getting our games nowhere else. Which is the reason why we have pirating today, is because everybody wants to play Nintendo games and pretend like they don't want to play Nintendo games, but that's different. So yeah, I think the whole exclusivity situation, I think that's a good move. I think it's a good move to really consider that, especially with games that are coming out. You don't want those as live services. What's the game that they have? I don't expect either one of y'all to know, but what's the game that they have that's coming out where Vito, remember I was making fun of old girl because she was shaving like the wrong way with the shaving her head the wrong way with the shaver.
Something about
and she
Yeah,
was
Galactic?
like,
something Galactic.
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah,
The whole
where
time.
she had the Porsche the Porsche spaceship.
Oh, the Intergalactic game?
Yeah. What if we found out that was a live service game? I would be like, yo,
Yeah.
Terrible.
That
Terrible.
wouldn't work out very well for them. That would not work out well.
terrible.
Because it's already getting wrecked anyway with the character
Yeah.
choice. Like,
Yep.
they're tearing that up right now.
Square said, conveniently, while Nintendo is getting more and more third-party core game support. Right. Only Sony and PC are allowed to have exclusives. That's funny. RJ said exclusives matter because it forces the big three to do what they have to earn our time. Absolutely. 1,000%. 1,000%. In other news, in other breaking news, this just in, we have a first look at what God of War is going to look like. Vito was like, man. And so here we have our first look. This just in.
Man, hey, you already starting off bad.
Would you like to give your thoughts on our first look of God of War, the TV series for Amazon Prime?
Where's Triple A?
Yeah,
Where's Triple A?
I would have took like we were saying. I would have took Joe Budden over this.
It looked like we got Joe Budden. Yeah, that's
Man.
that's like Joe Budden to me. That's crazy. That's, what's wrong with Atreus? Like or whatever his name is.
Boy.
I'm just gonna call him Loki.
Boy.
Like
Boy.
like an elf. Like
Yeah,
Man,
he might be.
You gotta go on TV, but you know what I'm saying. You don't look like cartoon or the video game character. I ain't expecting him to look like the video game characters, but at the same time, when you're seeing something for like many years, and we got a sequel, and it looked like, this got it. Square's head. This got it. This AI.
No,
it looks like
not.
AI, and that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah.
What is Kratos doing? What is that? What is that?
He's trying to look down the sights
Right.
with his boy.
Sandstorm, remember when we had this discussion on the Vitaverse, like one of our very first ones, when we were talking about how it will look as far as like make Ash on dude. That don't. I want to recant that. That's almost like playing whiteface. That's look weird. It's just that's
it's wild to me. Yeah, it's wild to me. Actually, Jack, go ahead with your thoughts, man.
Look, this puts me in the mind frame of when we got Uncharted. And look,
Tom Holland.
Shouts out to him on Spider-Man, but Uncharted wasn't for him. That wasn't the move. And this right here wasn't the move. Who's old buddy that played Thor? What is
I can't remember his name now.
Thor.
Well, who
in the game?
Yeah.
No, the buddy that played Thor on the movies. What is his name?
Hansworth or whatever his name is.
Oh,
yeah.
Chris Helmsworth.
Yeah, they should have got him. Should have just got him.
Made him bald.
Yeah, made him bald. I mean, we can pull it off, and then find a kid to play. Like, cause I can almost bet you this is just an adult person that is, I guarantee you it is. I guarantee. Watch what I tell you. This is probably my man's is probably. Like, I don't know how people feel about offense, dwarf, midget, whatever you want to call it, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is because he looks like a grown man. Like
he does,
and that's probably what they end up doing.
Nose.
Yeah, that's probably what they end up doing. And look, it is what it is. But they could have found a kid to pull this off.
Yeah,
plenty of talented kids.
Work. That's it. Because now I can't. That is crazy.
I don't know, but I mean, hey, look, if the acting and the movie in itself works out, I don't know. Like he really looks like he doesn't look buff enough. He didn't prepare for this role.
He looked a little heavy.
Yeah, he didn't get swole enough for this role.
Yeah,
he don't look ashy enough. Because Kratos is like pure white, my G.
Yeah.
Like he's like cocaine white. Like and he
looked like they put some fog on him.
That's it.
Hey,
he put a little bit of baby powder on.
To be fair, in the new one, he is a little more skin tone. Like it looked like it's fading away.
He
in the
is.
New one, you know what I mean? But yeah,
So what is this one based off of then?
It's definitely the new one.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And that's why.
Yeah.
And so my feelings on it is, I think they just messed up on where they put the placement, because if they was gonna do God of War, it should have been the old God of War and not the recent God of War.
Got a better shot than this.
They
This
really
looks
should
crazy.
have.
Yeah.
They look wild.
Yeah, because it looked like he looked like a Kratos who got like popped in the head too many times.
Yeah, he really do.
What you
This
down the
costume-
sights for? So what you shooting at? What you shooting at?
Yeah,
son?
that's a doofy beer drinking Kratos. Boy, and he ain't even talking to his son in that one. Boy, shoot that boy over there. Like, all right, bro. Like, it's one too many boys.
That
the beard be rolling down the side of the beard, like, boy, just get me home, boy.
Like, Dad, you drunk again? Like, talk to me, boy. Like, all right.
Put up this blanket, boy. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of mad, man. That I think it would have. I really, honestly, especially with them talking about doing the remaster of the original trilogy, I feel like it would have hit. It would have hit harder if they would have did the original trilogy as the show. And I don't care about AI adding to
Yeah, I
like
don't care
the
about that.
because if they would have did it right with that, and I understand there's a whole lot of like over the top craziness, and it's in both of those shows, or both of those sets of games, if you would. But start Kratos off of how he started. You know what I mean? Like if you starting off this God of War, you're giving a backstory. Like you're not. I cannot see one of two ways. Either one, he's going to give you the quick synopsis of how he got to this point, which none of us want to. We want to see that. We want to see that how did you get to this point? Or what's going to happen is he's going to do a lot of this. Like he's going to be walking, and he's going to be like,
yep.
And then it's going to flash back to the trilogy pieces of him doing something or other. I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see that. Show me the whole thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They go Spartacus this thing. Because you're gonna get glimpses of this, and then you're gonna get a prequel.
Yeah.
If we did start off with the original, right?
Mm-hmm.
That, you know how that would be. Because think of when we started off with God of War. He was on a ship, he was getting rocked, and it started getting. It's all been epic. You're just everywhere. Like it'll be a lot on CGI. Like that would spins where
it would
kind of like a woods. Just like it looked like this, cheap. You know what I'm saying? You can start off like this. This is like the safer route to start with, but you would literally have to kind of do Spartacus 300 on the original to kind of start that off. You know what I'm saying? I think Hollywood is scared to go back to that in the first place, because I've been looking at some of the new Spartacus series that they have, and they scaled back a lot on like visual effects and what they were trying to do. But they would literally be spending an arm and a leg, and honestly, because Sony's still in this, they have Spider-Man to deal with right now, so they don't have you know what I'm saying, spending heck of money on TV or whatever with all these special effects and stuff. So I just think that way, just how crazy the original. It was a Superman. Like it was weird. Like he was 10 gods, like for real. Like, and so that, man, that would be. Just think about that while we. Oh.
You keep going in and out, Vito.
I thought it was just me.
Yeah. Like we keep getting we getting like pieces of it. I think okay. No, but I think I gather what you were saying. No, yeah, I get it. I think probably some of the bigger episodes is probably going to be like when they see the world serpent, and all that. So yeah, I guess from a monetary point of view, yeah, there's going to be a whole lot more going on between 1, 2, and 3. The original 1, 2, and 3. As far as like the wars and all the guys getting into it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's an interesting. I think it's an interesting take. Just not fully judging the show on whether I'm going to watch it or not. I'm optimistically cautious at this point.
Me too.
But we'll see what ends up happening as far as if this actually turns out to be good or if it's not so much.
Right.
And then we have one more piece of news. Right, Jack?
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, because we did PlayStation, we did the God of War stuff, and then was it? I don't think it was Pokemon related. Was it?
No, it wasn't Pokemon related.
PlayStation, God of War.
We did PlayStation. I thought I had all of it sitting up. So first look at God of War.
Yeah, but so we did
Bloodborne
PlayStation,
remake.
God of War. We did the accessories, so that might have been it for right now.
Okay, well, then, as we say, please stick around for more news and details on the God of War series as it comes to light. We will be the first ones to know. So, with that being said, this was your breaking news from SNN, brought to you by Action Jack, Sandstorm McDowell, and Trey Vito. All right. Now, with that being said, on to our main topic, because while Sony is going through a whole lot of ups and downs, in and outs, side to sides, we actually had quite a great week from the Nintendo side, as we got not one, but we got two directs, which is kind of crazy, in the same week. Here is Jack. Jack, how did you feel about the direct? How did you feel about Mario Wonder? Because that was the first thing they talked about, and we kind of knew that it was already going to be a bunch of mini games. But after seeing it from the Treehouse, how do you feel about it?
It actually got me more excited. I think a lot of people went into the Treehouse Live dismissing the Bella Bella Park stuff, and then also just kind of dismissing Treehouse in general, as if Pocopia wasn't coming up and as this wasn't coming up. Like, that's what they're doing it for. And I guess the question was, what are they showing off that we don't know? And there are a lot of challenges within Bella Bella Park. So while you look at the multiplayer side of it, to where, yeah, most people think about the Super Mario Brothers U days, to where you just complete levels together. And then whenever you look at the Wii U version, you can create blocks to, kind of interfere or help out here and there. But no, they really thought and fleshed this out. Whether it was using mouse support to actually make different platforms or different structures to kind of help you get certain, the Wonder Flowers, or just helping traverse the level in itself. I think they really, really thought about what they wanted to do with this game, and this wasn't just kind of like a shoe-in type packet, because another thing too, people are upset that this is going to be $20. This is a lot of game for $20 from what they showcased. So I'm excited. I would have to get Wonder again, because I bought Wonder when it came out, and then I got rid of it later on after I beat it. But even in the midst of that game, there were challenging levels. Like, that was where we really were like, okay, so Nintendo knows how to ramp this up. They just want to make it simple enough for everybody to play, but they know how to ramp this up and make it crazy, especially then when we talked about the different animations and the style and the look as far as Mario was, because, you never saw Mario in that light. So I look forward to it, man. Like, I'm looking to get Wonder again just to get this. So I'll probably just get the Switch 2 version that comes with the game and the DLC. So, unless I find the first one on a crazy sale, and then I'll just buy the upgrade packet along with the sale. But outside of that, Pocopia, like I said, it's got me in a chokehold right now. The only thing that's stopping me from purchasing the game is I do not know another person that I play with that's going to get this game, right? So, like, if I knew other people, like, let's say if Zap or TJ, even Vicky, Jazzy, like anybody that I know on here that messes with us and we know that's like, hey, hop on real quick, I would play it. No big deal. But I think for something that I can foresee myself playing more by myself, even though there is single player content similar to Dragon Quest Builders, where it's like, I think they mentioned like 30 or 40 hours worth of content, that's steep for 70. Now, I know it gives more content to make it worth 70, but for what I would be using it for, and what I think it would be my main primary way of playing, is too much for 70. You know what I mean? So So I think they're two very fantastic games. I also think that a lot of people are sleeping on the fact that Pocopia about to be something serious. Like it's this game about to be something serious. Like I don't think Game Freak or Nintendo or anybody else ever thinks about, oh, I'm finna go step on Minecraft's head or even compete with Minecraft. I don't think anybody is stupid enough to think that they could ever catch up with Minecraft. Like that's a lightning in a bottle situation that just continues to pay off.
Yeah,
but they can have something very serious on their hands. Like I can foresee them having the mainline series, having the Pocopia series, and then of course they always have their trading card games and everything else that goes along with it. But this could be the moneymaker for them for sure. Yeah. So but I think they both had me ready to kind of put my wallet out there, and Wonder may be the only one getting it because it has more single player content. But outside of that, man, I think if you're interested in either one, you're not disappointed based off of what they showed.
Yeah. Vito, did you check out the Pocopia and Mario Wonder Direct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's still doing like a breakup / delay thing.
All right, I'll give my opinions. So as far as the Mario Wonder thing, I thought it was really cool, very interesting. It reminds me of a time of like Super Nintendo, like just kind of the weird antics and just having fun. I thought the roller skate thing was really cool, very interesting, and even the ball bounce one where you got to be the first to get to the end. So like these are like sets of like little mini games and stuff like that, almost like what was that the Mario I always forget the name
or
it's like all the like little mini games on like the Super Nintendo where it's like
the Super Nintendo, or you talking about NES remix?
Is it Gallery? The Mario Gallery stuff?
They do have those, yeah.
Okay, it kind of reminded me of like the Gallery stuff where you just kind of like jump in, you play this mini game or what have you, and it felt a lot like that. And I gotta say that looks like some type of like couch co-op fun. What I mean? A lot of yelling. I'm not really a drinker like that, but it looks like one of those like you can have a couple of drinks and have a good time with with people and pass off and get off them sticks. Get off them sticks. So yeah, but with Pocopia, no, I completely agree with you, and I know we didn't do a video for Pocopia, but that was like the one thing that I was thinking the whole time when we were watching it. Actually, I said it because they showed a little more of Pocopia in the Pokemon Direct. But it was like, wow, this like they're not gonna beat Minecraft, but though they look like they got some sort of something going on where this could be interesting to the generation who really like fell in love with Minecraft.
Yeah.
That younger generation, they were doing the hide and seek stuff, which was like, okay. But it really like caught on when they started making like the whole like giant Ditto and everything. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Nah, wait a minute. Hold on now. And bringing 3 other friends over and, harvesting and building up and stuff like that. And I think this is one thing that they don't, it's one thing that is weird that they don't talk about, is that or they don't show off, I should say, because at this point in time it's like implied, I guess, in your multiplayer experience. J-Mac is home, everyone. I'm so glad that my wife is home, that she made it. She drove out to Nintendo Cisco City. Obviously not to see Nintendo Cisco, but drove out to his city, and she made it back home safe. So I am so happy that she is safe. Okay, but and bye now. Bye. But it's one thing that like I think we think of it, right? Because we're kind of in that like constant mode of like thinking this is how you can play and blah 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 blah, but they don't ever talk about game chat.
No,
And like
they really don't.
the fact that game chat is in there on top of that, and they're doing this couch co-op thing on the Nintendo Treehouse, which is cool, and everything, but just even to show the game chat or even have somebody talking to somebody else through the game chat while they're doing that, like that changes everything, right?
Yep.
Like, and I know PlayStation fans and Microsoft fans are gonna be like, we've been doing this for years and years and years, but like, there's some things that like even y'all don't really understand, like
Right.
to be in here now and to start setting stuff up and actually being able to see it, because that's one thing that I still don't, that PlayStation, or to my knowledge, PlayStation or Xbox still don't do, is y'all don't actually have screens, like
No.
to be able to see what somebody else is doing. And I know y'all like, oh, it's only 15 frames. I don't care about none of that. I can see what my partner is doing. So like, if I'm like, yo, go over here, grab this or whatever, like I can visually see you doing that. I can help you out while you doing whatever you need to do. And just that talking, that communication, that camaraderie, like that sets up for a whole different level. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Live streamers are going to take advantage of that. And I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I think that's something that's slept on. I think we talked about it when before the Switch 2 came out. And that was like, yeah, it's one thing to hear somebody that you're playing with, but to be able to see them is a totally different thing. And I think that also helps close the gap on not being able to play couch co-op and play local, being able to see somebody. I mean, think about it. That's the reason why FaceTime took off like it did. Like if people only cared about just talking, then FaceTime would have gone nowhere. That feature would have been dropped the year after it launched. But FaceTime has continued to go up. WhatsApp has implemented it. Instagram has implemented. Facebook has implemented. Like everybody wants to see who they're talking to.
Yep.
So if we're talking about that same situation in gaming, people want the same thing. Is it like the smoothest video? No, it's not. Like it takes a lot of resources to do something like that. And I think people think about it in a simple nature, but in reality, it takes a lot of resources to do video, also giving resources to those video games, as well as voice. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
So, I know there's some that are dedicated to Discord and they have their Discord chats, but then when you really start realizing, we can see you, but when you really start realizing that, when you really start realizing, like a lot of the times when people mention that, they're doing it from a PC. Like that PC is very intensive. It's meant to do multitasking. Video game consoles are not meant to do that. So I think them not pointing it out, it was kind of weird because they were doing local, and then they did do the game share though.
Yeah.
Now, granted, while they did the game share, they didn't show video of everybody doing game share, which was weird. But nonetheless, the fact that you could have somebody with a Switch and a Switch 2 playing this game is very, very enticing.
Yeah, I think that's really awesome. I think to be honest with you, if anybody is going to do the game chat feature, Microsoft, y'all better jump on that when y'all drop Call of Duty. Like that's like, oh, the Nintendo, you thought the Nintendo 2 or the Switch 2 was at a disadvantage? Well, guess what y'all can do? You know what I mean? Like,
you have the resources with that, what we assume will be a console PC / hybrid. So you'll have the resources to be able to just plug up any webcam and do that with your friends. That would be amazing.
Yep. I can see where you at. I can see where you at. All right. I'm about to head over there right now.
Yeah, and you can do it better than Nintendo because you have a stronger hardware.
Yeah.
So
So with that being said, since we are in the Pokemon area, man, a lot to unpack with this one.
Yeah.
But we had the Pokemon 30th anniversary, and when I say I thought that the biggest thing that was gonna be announced was the Fire Red stuff, boy was I wrong. Boy, oh boy was I wrong.
Yeah.
They started off with some pretty big things. Now they did talk about Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and kind of the stuff behind there. there were some bigger pieces in there, but one of the things that was interesting, and this is from a music standpoint, so between me and Jack, but they added a Game Boy Mini.
That is crazy. 45
different cartridges.
That's crazy. You gotta be a diehard to get that. That's 40 some odd cartridges. You just gotta swap out for music.
Yeah,
and brother.
And at first I was thinking like, oh, it was like a mini version of actually playing the game.
Me too.
And then it was like, no, you gotta have it's 45 cartridges. Now I will say, it was cool that the cartridges, like when you slot them in, it actually looks like the actual game, like playing. I think that idea was cool. But even from a perspective of like the nostalgic, 90s from day oneers, it would have been better with just 2 cartridges, like a side A and side B.
That's it. That's it.
I don't know why you have 45 different ones. And I, like we even talked about yesterday, if I really, really, really wanted to listen to Pokemon, YouTube,
that's it. Like, I get it. I love the commitment, but it was an overshoot. They shot a little too far with that one.
Yeah,
but I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
But with that being said, Jack and I were officially right about the idea of Pokemon Red and Pokemon Leaf Green and what that meant for champions.
Yeah,
we were 100% right. So Jack, take us through the Pokemon Champions piece.
So with Pokemon Champions, right, we are getting ready to go into a space I think a lot of people haven't paid attention to. Mm-hmm. Right now, the main focal point for Pokemon Champions is like they're ready and gearing up to complain that it's a free-to-play game that you're going to have to pay some money here and there to do whatever in the game, right? Mm-hmm. But when we look at Fire Red and Leaf Green, this is a way for you to transfer your Pokemon into Pokemon Home and then transfer into Pokemon Champions, right? So now we have yet another game that can do this transferring from home into Pokemon Champions. Because I know not all game has every Pokemon in it. So if you want a certain Pokemon, if you want a certain type of transformation, if you still got, games you played before on the Switch, you have the ability to transfer in. And I don't know what all home is compatible with. Mm-hmm. Is home compatible with 3DS at all?
Yes. I think it goes back to, I don't know if it goes back to GBA, but it is compatible with 3DS. Because it has, because I got my piece of Froakie, my actual Greninja that I had, and Evoltal in my home. So it does go back to that, and it goes back to DS as well because you got black and white, but I don't know if it goes back to GBA.
I doubt it. Because there's no internet connection there,
right? So I think it's probably we got Oris, right? On the newer systems, so you might be able to do it now. The only one that's kind of missing from all of that is they'll probably put out Black and White 2 at some point.
Probably.
But Gold and Silver is the only other one that kind of missed that world.
Well, I mean, that's their opportunity to bring out that second screen and give you Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yeah. So you'll have an ability to play DS games on your Switch too. So so I mean, to add on, so to keep going with Pokemon Champions, I think that's the initial point as into why they're selling these games, right? Because I think the first thing people thought about was NSO, but any Pokemon fan or Pokemon content creator will tell you, Pokemon Company and Game Freak do not play when it comes about rewinds and copies and all. That's why you have one save file. Like they don't play that game, bro. They don't play that. So you're going to have to buy these games to be able to do those transfers into Pokemon Champion, and there is no transferring back into Fire Red and Leaf Green. So when we look at Pokemon Champions, this is an opportunity, and I believe Sandstorm, you were the one that mentioned this, but this is an opportunity for them to take Pokemon Champions and cultivate the multiplayer scene on that, and then just solely focus on single player for these mainline games.
Yeah,
because you're so focused on like making sure that everything is balanced
yeah,
in these games because of the multiplayer aspect. But in reality, if you didn't have to worry about it,
mm-hmm.
God only knows like where we can go as far as these single player games are concerned. So Champions is going to be that multiplayer thing, and they made sure free to play is for your Switch and Switch 2 as well as mobile. Now mobile's later down the line, but nonetheless, if you want to be able to play Pokemon in a multiplayer scene, get Champions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think this was smart. People didn't understand it, but when you stop complaining and just really take a look, they didn't want to bring out a modernized version of the game, and this was solely because they need something to transfer from those games into home, into Champions, because once again, there's not a single Pokemon game that has every Pokemon, all 1,025 Pokemon as they mentioned.
Yep.
So you're going to have to play a multitude of games and then be able to bring those into home to bring them into Champions. And like you said, this is probably just the first of many. Yeah. We're going to probably end up getting, if not Heart Gold or Soul Silver, we'll definitely get Gold and Silver, and then you'll get Emerald, and then of course, like you mentioned, Black, White, and 2. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to find a way to modernize the ability to transfer, not modernize the game, but modernize the ability to transfer these Pokemon in, and that's the best way you're going to do it. And judging by the eShop charts, it's the right move. You know what I mean? And people are like, oh, you know, because they were making these weird articles, like weird headlines of, if you get one of the games, you're missing out on like 40 some odd Pokemon. And then when you read into the article, it's like, this is how it's always been, genius. You have to have both copies to get all Pokemon. Like, why are y'all flaming it that way?
Right.
You make it sound like the Game Freak and Pokemon Company stripped content from the game.
Right.
But in reality, it's like, you just have to trade. And yes, there's no online trading. There's local trading. But what most people have been doing, buying both copies and trading themselves.
Yep.
Just not even doing it.
And I think, you know, like you said, a lot of that stuff is like the champion is going to be the hub. Now, I imagine, I don't correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't actually know, but I imagine what they're going to have you do is put your Pokemon to the home. And if you want to move that Pokemon to champion, it's going to copy that Pokemon. So you don't necessarily like all the way lose your Pokemon that you throwing in there. Like, it's mine now. You ain't getting this back. Like Debo and your Pokemon. but like there won't be any kind of experience or upgrade system for your Pokemon themselves. Right. It'll be solely just kind of like just fighting, right? Right. It's Pokemon Stadium. It's Pokemon Stadium for everybody. I imagine you're gonna get the rental system and all of that. I talked to shout outs to J-Mac. I knew it was gonna happen at some point. Shout outs to J-Mac. She asked me if they were gonna capitalize on you know, trying to make you pay for the rental system. I don't imagine that. I can't see
Probably
that.
Not.
That's not Nintendo goes about their Nintendo and Pokemon especially go about their services just a tad bit different. That'll be free. I can imagine that'll be free. I'm sure there'll be something where they have some sort of monetize or not. They just be like, yo, you paid for this. You pay for this game, so this game is free. You know what I mean? Like, it's all the way free. Battle to your heart's content. But as we all know, a lot of times the rental Pokemon ain't the best Pokemon that you should be playing.
No,
anyway.
I remember those rentals. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just use the rental. I'm like,
right.
Nah, I'm cool. I'll transfer.
Why my Stormy got tackle? I mean, he's level 50. What is going on here? That was weird. He got Splash. Like, why they put Splash on a level 50 Stormy? But no, I think it's a huge idea. It's not innovative by any means, but just the fact that they were like, okay, yeah, guess what? We could do whatever we want and bring in this money. And this was just one of those times where it was like, okay, now to bring in this money real quick. You're looking at, I'm to be honest with you, if I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna give out the scenario because we kind of talked about it last week or the week before. I can't remember, me and Vito, but just the idea of having everybody being able to play Pokemon, and I'm thinking on a level of what Pokemon Go was, but even higher, because now it is literally, now we moving into the territory of just like walking around and you can see, remember like back in the day when we was playing Pokemon Go and you could tell from a distance somebody was playing Pokemon Go, and you got that, now you got that look on you like, and they look up and you like, put out your Pokemon, son, it's time to go.
the first time I've ever been at a park after 8 o'clock and was seeing other people just sit in the car, and it wasn't nothing suspicious. It was just like we just all sitting in the car like this, just sitting here waiting because we waiting on a Pokemon to pop up, and you just see cars just lined up. Nothing on no stupid stuff. Everybody just waiting for something to pop up because we knew that was the hot spot. You get out the car, catch, bam. All right, everybody head back to the house. Like it was like, but I remember at the time too when Pokemon Go dropped, I was still in the military at the time. We had to do this like briefing, because it was just getting very stupid. Like it was getting beyond stupid. Like people putting themselves in danger behind Pokemon Go. Like we had so many soldiers hopping out the car in the middle of the road to catch Pokemon. Like leaving formation to go catch Pokemon. Like, brother, no, we like this is still your job. Like,
right.
You can easily catch this Article 15 and get sent to the house to play Pokemon Go forever without a paycheck. Like this.
Hope your live stream is worth it.
Right. So at this point, man, I mean, like with Pokemon Home, because I'm looking at it now, because I've only glanced at the site once or twice. I'm not that big of a Pokemon fan to have Home.
Yeah.
So when I look at it, you're talking about you can transfer from Pokemon Go into Home and take those Pokemon into Champion. I want to say Stadium so bad, but into Champions, and then on top of that, this may be an opportunity for them to also get more subscribers into Home, because we're talking about $16 a year.
A year.
Like, this is an opportunity for Pokemon to be in your pockets consistently. Through Champions, through Homes, and through the mainline games. So
and you about to go back to Go again, so you can put that more Pokemon.
we went back to Go after that presentation. Like that was, I haven't been on Go in years. But they found a way.
J Big said they could release a smaller Wii U gamepad type controller that could be used as a second screen, that could be used for the 3DS, DS, Wii U games, or just let you connect the Switch. Yeah, we talked about this a long time ago.
You're waiting on it. It's happening. We still waiting on it.
Squared said Champions is basically a live service Pokemon Stadium, it seems. It absolutely is. He said, I was doing this yesterday at the park catching Dynamax Chansey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to get wild, because now you're looking at a situation where you just at the mall, you just went shopping, and you see that one cat and you be like, yo, you playing Champions? Go ahead and bring out your set, bro. I don't want to hear none of that talking. Bring out your set. You know how real Pokemon is. Bring out your set, bro. You look me in the eyes. You can't run away from this. Bring out your set. But I think it's a situation. We were talking, Cisco and I, about the evolution of things like Yu-Gi-Oh! and Pokemon and Digimon and stuff like that. And none of them, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically, because they were the ones, how I can envision this now, like this kind of situation now, to the point where it's like you're having Pokemon battles, out in the streets, dealing with each other. And that's how Yu-Gi-Oh! was. It was like, you, okay, whip out the duel disc. It's time to duel,
You walk around with this big thing on your arm. Like, bro, all right. I need to be beat, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And even with even with the World Championship coming up, and maybe not this year, but next year, you know what I mean? It because they're on the Switch and the Switch 2 as well as your phone, they could have some sort of apparatus where like one trainer or one player is on one side of what they have as a stadium, another player's on another side what they have as a stadium, and you plug in your Switch, you dock in your Switch, and it shows your one Pokemon on this side and like one Pokemon on that side on maybe a double paneled screen. So then people can see, and it almost looks like Pokemon Stadium Battle, but like just two screens, and they've been put together on some like Yu-Gi-Oh type stuff. In the future, they can go holographic and still do the stadium type stuff. So I think it's a huge idea.
Yeah,
really, really huge idea. Vito, now that you're back in, how do you feel about this whole Pokemon Champions situation?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Like loud and clear or low?
Yes, sir.
you good?
Yeah, you in there now. Pause.
All right. Yeah, super.
Oh wow.
So I didn't know it was gonna be available for everybody, so that was a surprise. I thought it was gonna be another Pokemon Stadium situation. It's a little exclusive, but I should have known it was gonna be, like being able to go mobile and be on like Apple or whatever like that. I should have known that. I guess I think we kind of discussed this during the opening and stuff as far as like it being like available at the park, and you know what I'm saying, they got like champions there at the park or whatever. I think this is pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? So essentially what you can go over to your Pokemon Go, catch some Pokemon. You can actually train them there on Pokemon Go. You can do it on any type of other Pokemon games or whatever too, whatever you got going on, your ZAs and all this other stuff. And then of course, transfer them over to Stadium, and you can battle your strongest Pokemon. I think that's pretty dope. I think that's honestly the step that we were trying to take as far as making Pokemon or the Pokemon experience real. You know what I'm saying? And that really kind of like that'll bring us another bonding moment, because I remember back with the release of Go, Sandstorm was doing all types of like I gotta go over to Bronson Park, and it's popping over in Bronson, you know what I'm saying, or it's popping over here, that and the third. So he'll go over to like all these little hot spots, and like he was saying, like he will, kind of recognize, try to make eye contact, saying, with whoever looks like they playing Pokemon. And the funny thing is, I had that same feeling playing ZA with the little battlegrounds and stuff like that. When you finally get caught, you like so this would kind of be like a real life challenge zone type of feel, you know what I'm saying? Like we get in ZA or whatever. So it'll kind of be like, okay, hey, wait. So did it give us functions, or it just kind of just showed us just more of like kind of what it would be like? What is it like where you can detect somebody like, oh, somebody that's playing Pokemon Champions or whatever? Can you?
No, it didn't give us like the specifics on it. I imagine like because it comes out in April, probably sometime next month we'll probably get like a bigger scope of it, like a bigger scale of like how that's gonna work, how connection is gonna work, and all of that. I think it would be dope. And it's not Invasion and Perfect, because I feel like the first thing that people think of is like, oh, they've watching me, blah blah blah. Everything watches you these days. Everything. But like, if it's just like, oh, there's a trainer online here or something like that, or a trainer is ready, or even if they're like offline, you know what I'm saying, and it says like, it shows like a ghost of the trainer that was there, you know what I mean, like, oh, so he's not there, but if I'm in my absence, I can have my ghost battle for me. How do I battle? Am I more defensive? Am I more aggressive? Or am I, you know what I mean? Like that kind of style. So like you can still battle against other people, even if they don't necessarily like want to interact with you in that kind of way.
Kind of like how Forza Horizon does. Like when when you're off, like you have a ghost, that's there that you can race people. So like all the people that's like in my friends list, that's the first people I'm racing. But I can I think there's another game that was similar to that ghost situation, where you're able to kind of interact with their ghosts or fight their ghosts. I just can't remember what it was.
Well, I think Forza does it best, but I will say that 2K used to do it. They used to have like the VIP profiles, and it was based off of your movements and your percentages as into where you shot and how you dribbled, and you could play the ghost of somebody's VIP profile.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think the opportunity and the moves would be interesting, but yeah, we have to wait to see if they do another direct specifically for that.
Now, based off of what I'm seeing, because there's a lot of like YouTube videos right now, it looks like the Japanese got way more content that the English version was missing.
Oh, of course.
So, but it does look like it's more on the lines of like you get on and it's kind of like do a search or a battle. But I would imagine they'll have your tournaments. They'll definitely have your ability to say, okay, this is, you can play with friends, or hey, somebody's in your vicinity if you want to do a local situation. I'm pretty sure they're gonna find a multitude of ways of playing it, because the mobile version is coming out later this year.
Yeah.
So now the main focus is gonna be Switch and Switch 2. So I'm curious as to how they do it too, and how they work the partnering system. Because the last thing I want to do is get into a match, and let's say I just want to try it out, and I come in there with like a level 50, and then you put me up against a level 70. Like, I'm not winning that fight. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. They'll probably do like the average out thing, like move your Pokemon to a level 100 or move your Pokemon to a level 50. I do think
like
it's
ZA. You know how
probably,
ZA?
Yeah.
And set everybody at 50.
Yeah.
I
probably.
do think it would be really cool. I don't know if it was actually a thing, but it would be really cool how the kids were playing at the beginning of that little trailer, and they had like a tournament style.
Yeah.
I think that would be really sweet. You could set up some really cool things that way.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you think about like just setting up something that's like, okay, cool, you got your Pokemon, because it looked like it was some one-on-one situation. It wasn't like a 6. You got your 6 Pokemon, you got your 6. It was like a 1v1 situation.
1v1, yeah.
So you imagine like, okay, setting up a Sandstorm tournament, and it's like, all right, cool, you got your Pokemon, and it's got you in a queue where you can watch, and then let everything pop off until your turn comes up. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah. I think that'd be really awesome. I do think it's funny how everybody was looking at her on the bus. It's like, oh, I just got Pokemon. And they all look back like, we got Pokemon too. But in my head, I'm thinking they all want to battle you. They all coming for your head. You ain't getting off this bus until you battle each and every single one of us. Team Rocket style, you know what I'm saying?
Sit down. Okay, nothing about your stop.
Right. Mom and Dad came down. She was like, I'm the champion. Mom and Dad came downstairs. Dad was like, I'm the champion too at this house. You ain't gonna don't think you about to come in here and start wrecking stuff. I'm the daddy around here.
I got the belt.
Right. Like my man's from Pootie Tang, he throw the belt. He be like, why ain't it working? What's wrong? Why ain't it working? So the one, well, before we talk about the big thing, is there any other pieces of the Pokemon Direct that you wanted to talk about outside like the big announcement?
Sleep. I like Sleep. Like
Oh, Pokemon Sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, that little add-on they had or whatever.
I haven't been getting.
Download Sleep.
I haven't been able to get that thing right since I downloaded it, so I just left it alone.
Yo, like I found out I talking about Sleep, like because of Sleep.
That's my thing too, because if I had it on, it may mistake me for snoring, but it's my wife that's snoring. So that's why I was like, it can't distinguish between the two.
Yeah. And J-Max, she does a lot of things while she's sleeping. So I'm not trying to be at fault for her upcomings. All right, I ain't gonna say shortcomings, but upcomings. But yeah, that's why I don't have Sleep. They did add Red to EX, to the Master EX. Did you guys ever play that?
No.
Neither have I. Cisco said it was a good game, but there's some gotcha in there.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to get the trainers in order to use the trainers, and they made it sound like for everybody to use, which is just not the case. Outside of that, there was some stuff about Pokemon Cafe and Pokemon Unite and the TCG game. I don't play any of those games. You're not about to get me with the TCG game, because that one I hear is just nah. I'm gonna stay away from that. So then we got into the huge announcement, which we were all waiting for, Generation 10, and that. Well, I already gave my opinions and thoughts on it, so I'm gonna allow you guys to give your thoughts, how you felt through the trailer, and thoughts of where they're going. Just all of that. Vito, how did you feel about Generation 10, and what was your overall thoughts on everything they showed off?
Trailer. It was like 3 minutes. You know what I mean? I was like, ooh, yeah, that's how you do it. But doing the little callbacks at first, you know what I'm saying, going through that little the regions and stuff like that, for keeping up with it, it was kind of giving me like some brief history of like, okay, it's been here, we've been here type stuff. So that was cool that it was kind of like just kind of going back down memory lane with it, and just kind of giving me a general idea of what's going on. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to do my YouTube search videos on where exactly we are. You know what I'm saying, as far as like what's going on with it, because I had to do that with ZA to understand like who was AZ and everybody and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? But when showed you know what I'm saying, like the pimp Pikachu and his girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, I was like, oh snap, here we go. I was like, we on the beach too, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about me, I love like the islands, so I was up there like, oh snap, oh where we about to go? And so going into it, they start showing like the landscapes, the like, I don't know how much of this was like in footage, like game footage or whatever.
Game
yeah. But from what I seen, I was like, oh no, this looks good. Like the grass, the way the grass was looking, the water. I'm a sucker for water, like graphics. So if these graphics look like this on that too, it makes me more excited. When I finally get my my Switch 2 or whatever like that. But no, I'm excited for this, like the way it looks. They're not giving us Pika Pika or nothing like that. They're still, with the OG noises and stuff. And
OG
like,
noises.
Dang, this could have been an opportunity to kind of hit us with some talking, especially with like the new starter Pokemon. I definitely see what they were gonna, what they sound like. So I guess I gotta go into the anime to hear what they sound like, I guess. No. So, but from like what I was seeing, I'm excited for it. I don't know too much. I don't know if like the series has been in this atmosphere before or not, but I'm excited to explore it. Whatever's going on with it, you know what I'm saying? The water, the land, like every like all the, I just want to explore what's going on. And it looked like, I don't know, just correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like there was some stuff under the water.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't Scarlet and Violet have that DLC where it was kind of like that academy that had something underneath the water or out there in the water?
It was the academy and the whole, it was basically like the world was underwater.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess my question would be like is that involved somehow in this? You know what I'm saying?
So, if the leaks are to be true, then we're battling underwater.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't know if we're gonna have like an actual entire world underwater. But I do have some thoughts and some ideas. We'll get into that in a moment. But I think that's part of the whole Waves title, is that we're gonna be doing underwater, which actually, in honesty, is not new for Pokemon to do, because we were doing. There's a move called Dive, which they started in Ruby and Sapphire, where you could actually go underwater, and but they haven't used that mechanic since then. So
Gotcha.
it's an old mechanic, but it ain't never been done in 3D. So
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So all right, Jack, how did you feel about the?
So okay. So from like the way it looks, this is what we were expecting, to me at least. Because of course you can always have your complaints of like, oh, it can look better. No, stop. So like this game looks amazing, especially for something that isn't due out for another year. Like at the very least a year out. But if we're talking about going into November, you're talking about like almost 2 years out the way right now. So let Game Freak continue to cook. But if this is where they are at this moment in time, let them keep doing their thing. Looking at the trailer itself, like I had a feeling it was Gen 10 and they were kind of like reminiscing through all the games that we've been playing on Switch thus far. But them seeing like those 2 Pikachu at the front door. At first, I thought it was just like showing we can now dress up our Pokemon and they can, you know, battle with some new outfits on. But apparently they're like the 2, I gotta put it, like they're the ones that introduce you to the island.
Yeah.
So like if you look at the page, they have like there's like, I forget their names. Like they have like something reminiscent to like Wave and Winds for each name. So they're kind of the ones that's introducing you to the new island or whatever. But going into this game, I think one, I like the environments that I saw. Like, of course, everything was focused around like winds and, you know, waves and water and everything else. But we saw a cave where there's lava. So, you know, kind of got a volcano situation going. Looking at the detail of the clouds, it would surprise me if we didn't go into the air. Like really would surprise me. The leaks themselves talked about us going underwater. So I guess that would kind of be your depths, if you will, to go underwater and possibly find like some underwater caves to start battling certain Pokemon. But yeah, I mean, this looked like a gang of opportunity, not only just from a look standpoint, but for you to start getting as close as possible to fleshing out the world of Pokemon. And what I mean by that is, if we play, let's say you play ZA right now, right? You're in a city. So every Pokemon is going to be in a certain zone within that city. But that zone itself isn't anything representative as into what those Pokemon are, except for one. And that is like the ice area. And that's where like all the ice Pokemon are at. But then when you look at, you know, even Arceus or any previous games, you pretty much have to say, okay, I got to go to Route wherever to catch this Pokemon. Like we all know the early ones, hey, go to Route 2 to catch you a Pidgey. Go to Route 2 and catch you a Rattata. Like that's what you do. To where right now you could potentially say, hey, go over to whatever they call the volcano, or go and head over to the wildland areas where, you know, you can find a Stantler, or go to the skies and go find you a Wingull or a you know, a Pidgey or a Pidgeot. Like they're going to be in these particular areas, and it's more of an environment thing and not just a happenstance and by chance situation, right? You don't necessarily have to ratio it. It's like, this is where they live, this is where they are, so 9 times out of 10, this is where I'm going to find them if I need to find them. So I like the idea of them being able to do that, and hopefully they can find a way to implement weather elements as well. I know that is very strain on resources. Like that is very heavy. I don't think people understand how heavy, you know, watching rainfall and snowfall and all this other stuff happen. That is resource intensive. So even if it's just like a little drizzle, like if I'm out in the sea and a storm happens because we have like a day to night cycle, and a storm pops off and now there's heavy drizzle. Now my water Pokemon are amped up to the next level, and I dare you to have a fire Pokemon near me because they're getting washed out in one hit. Like I want to have that type of situation happen. You know, and same thing with the air. You know what I'm saying? If there's a heavy storm coming through, okay, now my flying attacks are on 10. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see something like that be implemented. You know, I want to see what we do as far as gyms are concerned. You know,
Oh,
this one
yeah,
I didn't really see anything that would even showcase a gym per se, and we may be going back to what we did with Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon didn't necessarily have gyms,
Mhm.
so we could possibly do that. But from the little bit that we saw, everything looks good. Like it's looking beautiful. The environments are looking great. You know, it's very open world, very Scarlet Violet-esque, if you will.
Mhm.
It's like they built on top of Scarlet and Violet within, I guess, their new engine. But then the one thing, and I think Vito, you just mentioned this, I need these voices, these sounds to finally be off this digitized crap with Pokemon. Like I don't care nothing about voice acting. I could care less. I know how to read. I could care less about the voice acting. But I don't need a digitized Pikachu no more. I need to hear Pika Pika in one of these games sooner or later.
I think as of lately, he's probably the only one who does say his name.
And
out
one
of
of them,
every Pokemon. Yeah,
yeah, because he did it in yellow. Like,
yeah, he did it in
Pika.
yellow. Yeah, he was like Pika.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it might have been one other. Maybe Sword and Shield. Maybe. But
you
I think after that, like everything else is not is just been whatever he's
Yeah.
doing.
It's just some weird noise. I'm like, yeah, they all sound like robots at this point. But what I would like to see moving forward, what battle system are they going with? Like, what do they choose to do? Are we going to go back to the turn-based situation? And if we are going back to turn-based, how does strategy play different in this? I highly doubt they're doing all this experimentation just to go back to the standard. You know, you take a turn, I take a turn. Situation. I think they'll do something unique with this. I would love to see, for us to be able to still catch without getting into battle. I think that's something that is very, very useful. I don't want to fight everything I want to catch.
That should never go away.
Should never go away. Unfortunately, like I said, my battle style of choice is ZA. Since I played it, I think it's very useful. A lot of people thought it was just like, oh, button mashing. No, there is some strategy that goes along with it. I've won a lot of battles by just being faster than the next person. So there are some elements to that, but I would just love to see the battle system. I could care less about the story, to be honest with you. And then I just want to see the world in itself as into how it works out. Yeah. But nonetheless, I would love to hear these Pokemon say their freaking names. I just at some point they got it recorded somewhere. I don't know. If you want to call me and just say all of them and they all sound the same, I really don't care. I just want to hear the names so somebody say them.
Right.
We will pass through, my friend. Well past through.
As far as me, I'm gonna throw up this because this was what we this isn't too far off. This isn't too far off.
Yeah.
From what we actually saw. And that's not even to say like, oh, this is way more luscious, blah 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 blah. If you look at the trailer, there's an area that looks just like this. That has like luscious grass. They may not.
This was that leak photo.
Yeah, it's the leak photo that we got like a year ago.
Yeah.
Of what Generation 10 was going to be. And it's not that far off.
Not far off at all.
It's not that far off. So it's cool that we got something, and we were hyped for this. Like, if it looks like this though, if it looks anything like this, and it turns out it didn't really look that much different from it. Yeah. I'm excited for what we got to see, and what they showed off. Like Vito, I'm a sucker too for water effects, and they showed the water, and not only just showed like the water as like blue covering water, but like clear water, so you can see down into the water. That was crazy. Like that's a whole nother, and that takes a lot of work too. To show that piece off, and like you guys said, doing the whole underwater thing, that was really cool. You could kind of see like some winds kind of going in when they were doing the whole windmill thing, which kind of makes me feel like there's going to be something a little more, because we haven't really seen. I think Legend Arceus did it, but it was only from like a like an effect, like because it was more watercolored based. Like to show like, oh, there's actual like movement in the wind, but this actually looks like, okay, we're gonna actually be doing something probably with the wind. I there is a little piece at the end. I guess I'll talk about it now. I don't know if you guys caught it. I showed Cisco, and he actually didn't notice it was in there. But towards the end, right before they go into the water, they show kind of the clouds moving to the left.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a particular cloud that
Yeah.
sits there in the right, and it does not move. It doesn't move at all. And as a matter of fact, it changes shape. And if
Yeah.
you catch it right at the end, it almost looks like it has a Gyarados tail, but the rest of the body looks different from a Gyarados. So it
Yeah.
makes me wonder if that was going to be like our legendary that they're eventually going to show off, or is it like an area in the sky that we're going to go to?
Possibly. Yeah.
So there's a lot of question around that, but kind of exploring. Let's moving our minds out to ideas of the possibilities. We're talking about the underwater piece. I would like it if we are doing gyms, that one of the gyms be well hold on. Let me get to the chat, because everybody, what up, Jazzy? Appreciate you coming through. Triple M in the building as well. Y'all both came in at the same time. Pause. So Squared said, spoiler alert, your Pokemon trainer gets 8 badges and beats the champion by spamming full heals and restores. Dang, you ruined it for me. Jesse said, I think
Hey, Sandstorm.
what's up?
Wait, what side did you say it was on? You said the
It's
left
on
side?
No, I'm sorry, the right side.
Right side. Yeah. It's like
Yep.
that dark cloud.
It's a dark cloud.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Yep, and it's the only cloud that doesn't move amongst the other clouds, and it almost changes shape as you start going down towards the water.
I see it.
Jazzy said, I think they'll keep the turn-based battle since Legend series has room to be more experimental, unless TPC doubles down on champions being the competitive. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. So one of the ideas that I kind of had, since we're doing a whole lot of underwater stuff, is obviously that's not going to be something that you get like right off from the get-go, right?
Yeah.
But it's the TM or the HM that you need after whatever gym, and the next gym leader is actually underwater, but not just underwater, but they do underwater caves in this game. So, and I think it would even be sweeter if one of the cities actually were underwater,
Yeah.
so that you had to dive down on some old Gungan Star Wars stuff. You know what I mean? I think that would be really cool. But I do, because this is like, it looks like this is the quote unquote the true Breath of the Wild moment for Pokemon. I would like it to have more of those explorable type things, right? So looking at like underwater caves, like so every Pokemon game has its pseudo legendary dragon Pokemon. Like
Right.
I think it would be dope if it was in one of these underwater caves that you have to go down and find, and it's like one of the harder caves that you know, like really have to get through in order to find that Pokemon. I think that would be really, really, really cool, instead of it being like how you said, Jack, like kind of like how it is in ZA, where a lot of Pokemon just randomly, or Scarlet and Violet, honestly, where a lot of the random Pokemon just show up, and you
Yeah.
like, why is this rare Pokemon just right here
Right.
in this little area? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it should be over. It's a ice type Pokemon, and it's sitting in the middle of the desert. Why is that even a thing? So yeah, I think that would be cool, really cool to see, is they really expand on the depths and underwater part.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got it. No ideas. Okay. Like,
Wait. Say it again. I didn't even realize that was a question. Go ahead.
no, like what would you like to see, or what some ideas that you would like to throw in to this game that they expand upon, or like that you would like to see them do?
Like I mentioned before, the air fights You know, if I'm in the air, because I mean they found a way to do the water fights, right? Because whenever let's say you're using a Pikachu and you're on the water, he's on like this little pad.
Yep.
That how he can fight, and I feel like the same thing he can do. Or if you want to keep it super nostalgic, throw some balloons on his back. But you know, however you get it for them to stay in the air to fight. So land, air, and sea battles. I would like to see. To me, I know this is not going to happen, but this is just a thing I would love to see. If we're talking about the battle system, even if it's going back to the same 4 attacks and, you know, you take turns based off of speed or whatever the case may be, I still want to see some form of movement from these Pokemon as well as actual contact from Pokemon. I'm tired of this swiping across the floor and bam, I hit you. It's getting old. I really would like to see these Pokemon legitimately throw hands or legitimately shock somebody. You hit them with Surf, drown them. Like I need to see this happen. Like it ain't got to be graphic, just something that shows actual contact. You know, with these Pokemon. I would love to see dual battles come back, like where 2-on-2s. I would love to see those 2-on-2s happen, or even if they go back to 3-on-3s. I think it'd be a bit much, but you can definitely at least go back to 2-on-2s. Let's see, what else would I like to see? I would like for them to do something a little bit different in the form of how you level up your Pokemon. Solely because, cool, yeah, you go out and you fight. Right, like it's no problem. I have no issue with that. Like having a way to level up through fighting, but let there be some form of training I can do too. Like I would love that idea, and this kind of throws me back because I saw somebody put up a tweet of the old episode back on the first Pokemon where the dude was training his Sandshrew. Yeah, and Ash got pissed off because he had him in like this suit and he had him in water. He was like, "No, that's hurting him. That's hurting him." Like, nah. This Sandshrew was raw. Like I mean, can dive in the water, get out, dry himself off, and he right back at it. And when Pikachu put the actual suit on, he got folded up. So I would love to see some form of training, whether it's like you having your Pokemon battle against another Pokemon, and that will be a way for you to start understanding how to build out your strategy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if this Pokemon gets hit by Thunder, how much will it take off because I have a level 50 Raichu, and when he used Thunder on my whatever Pokemon, then this is what took off. So now I need to go and do something different, right? Like, let's introduce strategy into the game, because I'm pretty sure Champions is going to introduce strategy in some shape, form, or fashion, because like Vito said, you may just get locked off at 50 to 100 as far as Pokemon are concerned. So, you know, I think that's where we need to really get into the ideas of like Triple M saying like, possibly Pokken tournament type stuff, but not in the sense of like where you're controlling the Pokemon like that, especially if we're just doing like the 4 attacks that they have. I feel like they're going to continue experience share, continue the fact that you can always have access to those moves that even you forgot. So, and I think that's a genius idea, because there's been so many times I've gambled on moves and it did not pay off, and I cannot get it back because I forgot it already. So I think that's something they should continue. But ultimately, a lot of my ideas are centered around the battling mechanic. And if we're talking about different areas of battling, we've already introduced raid battles. We've already introduced within ZA doing these. What do they even call them? Where the Pokemon's have mega evolved. And so it's like, okay, cool. They mega evolved, and so now we got to go like calm them down. I think there should be going rogue. So it was like, all right, cool, you had these rogue battles. So I'm pretty sure raid battles will return. I don't see a reason, unless there's something in the story, for there to be rogue battles. But at some point, I think we really should get to an area where we can train on our own. And if you do decide to go out and say, you know what, I'm just going to murk out a whole bunch of Weedles in this area because I just want to train my fire Pokemon, be able to get jumped. Like, that's just at some point, like, because even when we play certain games that do have turn-based, if you run into enough of them, there's 4 or 5 against your one.
Yeah, they all show up.
In the same period.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do that, because I mean, we do it in like Dragon Quest, we do it in a lot of these games. So just because I approached this one, there were 3 others around him. So
It was
okay,
in one of the Pokemons. I don't know why they didn't keep up with that, but I feel like it's
What is
like
that?
probably like a group of Houndours. They like all show up as like a team, and it's like 5 of them.
yeah.
So one,
Well-
but I don't remember which one that was.
It's sort of kind of like that in ZA because if you enough of them show up, you getting them hands for sure. But
Right.
They jumping you.
you getting jumped. But if we're gonna go back to turn based, one, make it like a smooth transition when you get into the battle. I don't like the whole fade out, fade back in, or
Yeah.
even like the we're in a battle, so everything kind of like freezes and then everything fades out, and then now you're in this battle. It looks kind of weird. Like
Yeah.
I want it to be a seamless transition, but then at the same time, like I said, if you see a Pokemon you want, but then he got his brother or sister right there next to him, be prepared to fight both of them. It's gonna go down, and that battle's not ending after you catch one. You're gonna have to finish the other one too, or either run.
I think it's not. It shouldn't be that hard. When you were talking about animation, it really shouldn't be that hard that a Pokemon has set animations towards certain types, not necessarily to every Pokemon, because that's going to get to be a lot. But like, for instance, if you have like Staraptor, right, and you're going against it's Staraptor versus let's say a ground type. And the animation just looks like Staraptor flying down, like, you know, in between like your actual attack. Staraptor's like trying to do the Falcon thing and fly down and swoop on a Geodude, you know what I mean? But all he does is just like curl up into a rock.
Yeah.
And it like bounce off, and then like Staraptor comes back up, and then maybe tries to, you know, like just that repeated motion of it, like, okay, so these guys are actually interacting. Or even like after he like tries to bounce back up, Geodude's doing like one of these, like trying to grab him.
Yeah.
So then there's interaction with that. But like if Staraptor is facing like another flying Pokemon, doesn't matter which flying Pokemon, they're doing the whole like coming at each other with claws, but like grab each other's claws, do the little spin thing, fly out.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Come back around, do it again. You know what I mean? So there's like a motion of, because I think Vito, you were talking, or it might have been you, Jack, that some other game kind of does that, where it's not like they're not actually like losing HP or anything like that, but the mere fact that it looks like it's an actual ongoing battle.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. And you only, like I said, you only have to do it for typing. Because like while you have like Squirtle who can like, you know, hide in his little shell, versus like Wailord who ain't got a shell. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to have a Squirtle on land and Staraptor coming after him, and he just like doing like kind of rolls out of the way and dodges. Where you can have a Wailord doing the same thing, but he does it with like a little water gun or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like spitting on the ground, rolling out of the way. I like the idea of animation. I definitely think that would progress everything. It would, and to be honest with you, it would really make me want to sit back and be like, and watch a couple times. Like I ain't about to hit the A button yet on my move. I just want to kind of see like, come on.
Yeah, just them going back and forth because it looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or seeing Pikachu, like previously you used Quick Attack, or you used what's the little speed attack he has, Agility. And so you just sit here seeing him doing like the after image joint around you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that'd be dope just to watch it, because like I said, you could just sit there and just, it looks like you're playing it, but in reality nothing's happening as far as your HP is concerned. But it's just them, like your Pokemon's in the middle just like trying to catch up with Pikachu visually. And then when you do actually attack and then you catch them, like, all right, hey Pete, wasn't fast enough today. You got slept right on the spot.
Yeah, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Yeah, so we got to see the starters, the 3 starter Pokemon. Brout, who looks like my man's Anthony Davis.
Wow, bro. That is like.
Oh, you trash for that.
I wish he would watch this so he can be like. I beg your pardon.
We got the grass fly Pokemon Brout. Just the fact his name, bro. They did him so dirty. I can't.
Was it Bert that had the unibrow or Ernie?
Yep.
It was Bert. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He looked like Bert.
That's crazy. His name is Brout and
Right.
Bert.
Out and Bert.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We've got Pombon, who is
That's my dog right there.
Fire Pomeranian.
That's my dog.
And we got Gekwa. The Gecko Poke. Hey. So which Pokemon, and the chat too, I would like to know in the chat too as well. At this point in time, which starter are you kind of got your eyes on a little more?
Yeah, my little Pomeranian, big dog. Like just walk around with the spike leash. Get my Pomeranian.
I saw this Pomeranian today, and he would not shut up. He was like, I'm like, bro, I will unleash the cocoa on you. Just put blue if you don't stop barking at me.
Short man syndrome, short dog syndrome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I can imagine that transformation, that final transformation got to be crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
me and Cisco were talking yesterday about the what the final evolution was. And he's like everybody else. It looks like this has actually like really been becoming a thing that a lot of people don't want humanoid Pokemon. And it kind of looks like, you know, Pombon is like hopefully not that. But I thought it would be really, really cool if Pombon transformed into, since we already had a Rottweiler, that ain't happening. But it would be cool if it transformed into a Siberian Husky or a Malamute, just for the fact that like both of those dogs are mostly known for being winter dogs. But you got a fire dog instead. You got a fire Siberian Husky or a fire Malamute, and he just grows all the hair. He like, I'm a big dog now. Y'all see me. I went from small dog, went from little dog syndrome to big dog syndrome.
Them Huskies, the Huskies are smart, but for some reason the Malamutes are stupid. They're just a bigger version of the Husky.
Yeah. I don't know either.
That's crazy.
I don't know either.
I say that to say, if he does look like a Malamute, I hope he's gonna do some little stuff.
Listen, there's some hints there because you know when they showed them off, he had the tongue out like crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let him get the eyes being all crazy.
That would be funny if he turned into a boxer. That would be crazy.
That'd be nuts. You know what I mean?
I'm like, hold on, how did we just?
Squared said, yeah, my first dog is a Pom, so he has to get Pombon. Triple M said, flame on. He said, and Exodia said, I always choose a fire starter.
Yep, always. And I'm gonna continue this year. Like I said, now the water one, Gekwa, that one could easily slip into a dragon at the end, easily. So I don't know. I always like dragon Pokemon. That's always been my thing.
Yeah. Before I give my thoughts, Vito, what you leaning towards?
Brout.
Okay.
Just the simple fact that it's a simple fact that I always every time I play, I always lean towards a grass type.
Okay.
And so I'd be like, I quickly go over to the fire type and just start and be like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
Got me again.
But I just want to change it up because I want to change up my strategy type stuff. Because I'm like, I noticed that I'm a heavy hitter type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I have to always have that fire type, and fire types are always heavy hitters. So are water types. But who's really not looked at as a heavy type all the time would be like grass type Pokemon. So I just want to kind of prove to myself that, okay, you can strategize, you can use this as your starter, and just learn more about grass Pokemon, learning, you know what I'm saying, the weaknesses and things of that nature. And it helps me to learn more about the different types and what I'm vulnerable to. Like when I'm playing ZA or I played Scarlet, or Violet.
Scarlet and Violet,
Yeah. Like I'll have I'll have my 6 and I'll have fire and then water, and then I'll have like my grass type in my lineup, right? But I start realizing like the order I need to put them in, as far as like having in like in the battle, as far as like backups and how to do this and then the third, and you know, and stuff like that. And there's actually moves that can heal other Pokemon if you know what I'm saying, lay down the little seeds and stuff like that. It helps. So I'm just like, oh snap, now let me start off with a grass type, and is, you know what I'm saying, see where that takes me, you know what I'm saying, and I can probably still figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, make him a hard hitter as well. But I kind of want to have those, like that different versatile type of healing factor, because I promise you, there's been dragged out matches that I've had where I've had a grass type and somebody's like super stronger than me, right? and I'm steadily using like a heal attack or whatever like that, to kind of keep me still in the match. Like, are we still in it? I'm still in it. So I'll do like a little heal attack on him, and then I'll go like my next turn, I'll go ahead and like go into my pouch and try to heal like my hard hitter.
Yeah.
And I'm just going back and forth from healing this Pokemon, like stay in it.
Right. Don't die yet. Don't die. You got a little more in you.
So I just want to kind of switch it up, you know what I'm saying? And this time around, I'm gonna commit, kind of lean towards like grass types, just to see how it rocks. Because I've started with water and fire. I think I started with the water type, you know what I'm saying? So this time around, man, I gotta start with the grass type, just to kind of, you know what I'm saying, even it out for me, you know what I'm saying? Just so I can say that I'm experiencing you know, Pokemon the way I want to you know what I'm saying, play or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So
and you know, I agree with you too, because I think grass is the type that I play the least. And it actually makes the game a little bit harder, because you have to think about, like, okay, if I got the grass and normally I would pick the fire and he would be my main and he would have all the moves, like, who am I going to pick as my fire now? Like, or who am I going to pick as my water now? Right now for me, without seeing the final evolutions, because that's really how I decide. Like, whatever the final evolution, it doesn't matter what you look like. It's more so like what's the typing. If you get 2 types for the final evolution, so if it's like water and dark or whatever, then that really plays like the biggest role to me. But right now I'm on Gekwa. Like as far as I'm on, like, kind of like how Jack said, it kind of looks like he may be a dragon.
Turn into a little dragon type.
Yeah. And I would be cool with that. But the one that I'm most intrigued about actually is Brout, because, you know, it's this bird Pokemon. Like, what's the final evolution gonna look like for Big Dog? You know what I mean? And we as much as I like making fun of his unibrow, I think it would be dope. Me and Cisco came up with the idea of like that brow eventually turning into kind of like vines. You know, as it becomes like bigger and bigger, like the vines start coming. Maybe my man's get a beard. If he get a beard, I'm telling you right now, that's hands down my Pokemon. Like, I'll switch that up real quick. He'll be the grass. I'll be the grass starter. But I think it really comes down to the end. But right now, Gekwa is looking like that's one for me. Shout outs to all of y'all who picked Pombon. I just think Pombon looks stereotypical.
He looked like a dogger version of what's my little fox that turned into Del Fox?
Oh, Finnegan.
Yeah. Looked
Yeah.
like a little dogger version of that. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it just don't look really that special to me. But I'm interested in seeing what that final evolution. I really want to see all their final evolutions, but Brout has me really curious. That's the one that I got the get the pulling down the glasses and looking at. You know, feeling like, all right, what you?
I mean, I got him on my screen right now, staring at me and stuff like that. Like his head shape
You know what I'm saying? Like
with the brow is crazy.
my man's got the full unibrow and he embracing it. You know what I'm saying? He embracing it. He like, I'll be that. You know, brow so crazy it touches mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he go all the way up to his beak. Like it's like.
He ain't afraid of that brow, boy. I tell you what, that's what's up. So that's probably going to do it for us. The game comes out a whole year from now, so we'll have plenty to see and plenty to talk about until that point in time. I'm sure they're gonna show it off a whole lot before it eventually drops. Squared said a Pomeranian could have been grass because of all the shedding. Yeah, that's very true. I'm not surprised that.
Oh yes, it can.
I'm not surprised that they didn't make switch those around because we already had a bird Pokemon for Sun and Moon. Which, by the way, you did ask, did we get this kind of environment before? And Sun and Moon was in Hawaii. Come to find out, this one, Wind and Waves, is actually in the Filipinos.
I had a feeling. It's something about Philippines. It's their year this year. Like if I'm watching Baki Hound right now, they just shouted out. They just shouted out Manny Pacquiao. So Philippines is on the map right now.
Yeah. So we're excited to check this out. When more news and more information comes out, you know where to check back here on the Sandstorm Show. With that being said, before we get up out of here, Vito, what you got up for us?
All right, so I just uploaded today my Vitoverse for today. Just kind of what they covered a little bit at FanFest a little bit. See, I'm not too fond of FanFest. You know what I'm saying? That's really not like a thing of mine, but they did show off some nice stuff, and I think even on the video game side too. So I definitely got to check that whole thing out. But it's out today for the Vitoverse. The Vitoverse music. I did a Baby Keem had a third episode of his documentary that came out during his album. So I totally missed it. So I went ahead and reacted to that. I have some more videos I gotta cover tomorrow. So just look out for some of those. I'm talking about your man T.I. and 50 Cent's beef. Really it's 50 Cent versus the Harrises. That's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean? So shout out to my because evidently on my dad's side we're Harrises, and it's a long story. If you are a Harris and you're in like West Atlanta and Southwest Atlanta, like that's where your family originate from, most likely you're related to. You're related to me. But anyway,
okay.
Team Harris. But yeah, look out for those reactions. I think I wanted to cover something else for the Vito variants finally. Now I think it was a conspiracy theory that I saw or something crazy going on. But I gotta remember what that was. It had something to do with the Steam's files, you know what I'm saying? And some conspiracies with if he's still alive or not. I don't know if y'all determined, but I just I kind of gotta lightly talk about that, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know guidelines now, and I heard they started crack down on people's. Yeah. So anyway, stay tuned for all of that, and that will actually be like my first episode on the Vito variants. So stay tuned for that.
All right. You know how we do it here. Before we get up out of here, I want to
real quick. Real quick. My bad, Sandstorm. All right, so yeah, get prepared for my next question for next week, Sandstorm, and people in the chat. I have another question for next week, and then the week following, I'll have Another question, and then the week after that, I will have a reveal. So, yeah, stay tuned for all that here on.
All right. So I want to thank Square. Thank you for coming through. Exodia, thank you for coming through. Triple M, holding it down for us. Jazzy, thank you for coming through as well. Brand Smith, our moderators, Jay Biggs, Brand Smith, Exodia moderator as well. RJ, Ibs in the building. FL was here as well. Darius, thank you for coming through. That's 2 days in a row. I really appreciate you. We really appreciate you as a whole. And I believe that was it. But thank you all for coming through. Even those who are on our Instagram as well as Twitter watching this, we thank you greatly. But before we get out of here, let's make sure we pray out. Father God, thank you for this opportunity that you have given us, that you have allowed us to talk about the things that you have set up and planned for us. We really appreciate everything that you do at this point in time. Our brother Geronimo is not feeling well, but we know that you have him in your hand and that you are doing powerful and amazing things through him and with him. So we thank you for the opportunity to use him in such a light so that he may tell your wondrous ways about others. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Outside of that, you know how we do every Saturday at 7:00 is the Stormcast. Tomorrow we have the Winging It podcast at 7:00. And then on Monday, we have the Jill podcast, the Juices Loose podcast, where you can catch me as well at 7:00. Other than that, we are out of here. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys later. Peace.